Good morning, my dollar bimbos. I'm here with another very special mailbag edition. Oh, and by the way, I'm the villainous valuer of vintage volumes vying for your viewership, as per usual. And so this is another very special one. This is the, what is it, Jam Comics / Comics Dune WhatNot collab. So every Wednesday, my two favorite dealers do a live stream from one of their shops in New Jersey, Jam Comics. And I'm telling you, they are the best. You know, I know everybody wants to get the key for the cheapest price and all this shit, and everybody is thinking of everything as a transaction. And I'm telling you, the best part about this hobby isn't the transactions, it's the relationships. And so the idea is, yeah, you can probably shave a couple percentage points off of any given purchase by doing it online instead of in person or at a con or at a store. But at the end of the line, you're not building a relationship. You know, the best deals I've ever gotten were from people who I've spent money with, over long periods of time. I mean, I've been given free books. I'll have people hand me a book and ask me what I want to pay for it because, I've been around. And the idea is when you patronize a retailer, not to be patronizing, but as a patron, you're helping them and you're building a relationship. And, a good retailer who's also growing will, this is so well packaged. Sorry, I just gotta stop. It's so well packaged. This is all packaged by the WhatNot. And he just always, literally nothing can stop him. I may not be able to get to these comics within the first 8 or 9 minutes of the video. Oh, okay. I'm getting so much closer. I can tell there are fewer things between me and the books. And so, yeah, I've been buying from these guys for a decade, and they really are, some of the best dealers. I love the back issue dealers. Basically, it's all my best friends in comics are people that sold back issues in New York Comic Cons like Silver Age Alley, which is not an official thing, but I think they should make it an official thing. I mean, there really is a very specific group of guys that want the real comics, and I think they should sort of promote that. I mean, the biggest criticism of New York Comic Con is that they're essentially phasing out. I'm still not in, by the way. We're at 2 minutes and 30, and I have not gotten. Oh, I can feel the book. There we go. Oh, I'm in. Oh, I made it. There we go. We got some comic Dunes. Dunes it up. Short box. Get short and box it. My packing slip. I don't even know that. Who cares what they packed? I care what's here. There we go. Let's see what I got, because I have no idea. Boom. Okay, so already I'm loving it. Usually I just randomly click buttons on WhatNot and end up with some modern comics I don't understand. But this is just fun. So I just bought a bunch of I also think I paid below whatever the sticker price is. I think. So these are just some fun old Batmans. They all have these super goofy covers that are super evocative of a plot that probably isn't even in the book, to be perfectly honest. I swear most of the covers of Batman stories from this era have little to no reflection of the actual story, but who cares? It's fun. This shit is all fun nonsense. What is it? One by one, Batman's most valuable possessions have been is this Batman gets repoed? Like I said, this is just the guy ripping off Batman. That's fun. So yeah, I'm definitely going to be reading those. Probably do a video about. I want to do reading videos for the Silver Age nonsense because it's all so crazy. Okay, anniversary. I mean, this is just who doesn't like a bunch of villains, What is different Brainiacs, different. So this is like the change. This is what they were saying. This is the changeover, sort of the changing of the guard from, almost the Super Friends era to the Justice League era, kind of. Yeah, very cool. Another just very cool cover, the Star Leech. Very evocative of Starro on the DC side. But, it's fun. What is this, silver, either late silver or early bronze. Always fun, So these went, good prices on all of these. I'm always impressed by the, what is this? The River of Death. Why did I buy this? Very, very weird, cool cover. I don't even know what I'm looking at. Doesn't look good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what that guy is. This is just one. I just thought this was fun because when I bought this, I demanded they give a portion of my fee to Africa. Or make the book alive, right? You got to maintain the brand. All proceeds from this comic. Jeff, Africa, get it done. There we go. Okay. And then I realized I don't have a copy of this stupid book. And I had this long discussion at the comic book shop, maybe a rant, about me just abandoning modern new releases. And it's mostly because it's a cost-benefit analysis. It's not just the price. And it's not just that these new books suck. It's that at any given moment, they're producing a lot of books just to produce them. And some of them are good, and most of them are bad. And the bigger the company gets, the more bad books they need to just sort of fill the supply chain. Now, every time you buy a book to read it, you're kind of taking a risk. You don't know if it's going to be one of like the real creator-driven plot lines, or if it's just some stuff an editor wanted to see on a shelf. And so, why do I want to take the same risk for $4.99, $5.99, or even like $6.99 for a modern book when you can go to a dollar bin? And if you go to a dollar bin, you buy enough, they're going to give them to you for less than $1. So if either way it's a gamble on what is or isn't a good book, why would I want to pay $5 for the same gamble I can get for $1 in the bin? So there was an old guy in the store, and he basically said I should check out the entire John Byrne Superman run, that I should really just jump into it. And the idea being, I can get 90% of it for $1. So he basically said I should jump into the beginning of the Byrne stuff, all the way at the beginning. And he said that even when Byrne left the book, that he set up a really good status quo, and the writers stuck with it, so that basically from the start of John Byrne right up until this terrible, terrible event, he said his goal is that there's so many great books. And so now a couple other dollar bin finds have me looking for 1991 Triangle Superman. So now I'm just putting together this massive Superman run, and this is just the end point. So I just wanted to grab a copy of it, because like I said, the guy literally said, yeah, of course, this is an old guy, and he basically said, of course, Death of Superman sucked. But everything up to that Superman was pretty good up until that moment. So I'm going to take his word for it, knowing that I can get most of the books for, basically 50 cents. I'm going to be buying dollar bin books. I'm going to a Big Apple Comic Con in about a week and a half. And I'm going to be buying almost entirely dollar bin books. And I guarantee you I won't be paying $1. Because when you say, I want 2 boxes of dollar bin books, they're going to give you a deal. So I'm going to be building a massive Superman run and then just reading them straight through. Because my point is, I just don't think... I'm not saying that modern comics are worse than old comics. I actually think it's always the same. But modern comics are more expensive. If a dollar bin book costs $1, and it's just as good as a modern book that costs $6.99, like the Lazarus Planet covers are showing. It's insane. $6.99 for a book you're going to read in 11 minutes. At that price point, like a movie, seeing a movie, that like a 2-hour entertainment cycle would cost you like $94. It's just insane. So like, why would you bother? That math was very, very wrong. But yeah, so the idea is, I'm very excited to be building these dollar bin runs. Comic Jam is probably one of the best retailers there. So if you're looking for keys, if you need something, better than a dollar book, he's the guy to go to. And, I'm just, like I said, this really didn't cost me much, just casually watching it. And by the way, if you're watching this as I post it, the stream is going on right now. So check it out. It's every Wednesday. It's Comic Dunes on WhatNot. And like I said, these guys are the best dealers out there. Been buying from them for over a decade. Say hi. Tell them the Dollar Bin Vulture sent you. And good night and good flight.